Well, hello there, everyone, and happy Weather Wednesday. I'm Maya Engel live in our digital studio here at Up North Live News, joined by our Chief Meteorologist Joe Charlevoix live in the Weather Center. So, Joe, weather-wise, I think the big story today is that isolated lake effect snow that some areas got a ton of, and then
Yeah.
other areas didn't really get much of anything. So, you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so this is usually the case with lake effect snow. Some areas, as you said, Maya, just got pummeled. Other spots, a flurry. And that's about it today. We'll start with that. Let's take a look at Petoskey. I'm going to show what it looks like there right now. Is it showing up there, Maya?
Yep.
Yeah. Look at all the snow. Earlier, we had areas where you could hardly even see in your whiteout conditions. Earlier there in Petoskey. We'll start with that. We do still until 9 o'clock have a winter storm warning for Emmett and Sheboygan counties. It's mainly, especially the central and southern parts of these counties. And then Charlevoix County is under a winter weather advisory until midnight tonight. You've had some heavier snow. And then way up in the UP, I don't want to forget the northern parts of our area, Luce and western Chippewa counties under a winter weather advisory until tomorrow morning. Right near Lake Superior, especially northwest of Newberry, you could get 6-8 inches of snow just tonight.
Oh, wow.
Through tomorrow morning there. We'll show you radar. Here's the big picture across northern Michigan. It's loading up here. There it is. A couple areas of snow. The main one is right here you see these bands of the lake effect. Let me load this up. Computer's running slow today. There we go. Some of the lake effect snow. This stuff down by Grayling is a lot lighter, but you get up here where you see the blue there just south of Mansalona, and then especially up here over Boyne City, Boyne Falls, right about over Charlevoix, Norwood, and then this band of snow near Petoskey into areas here on Indian River. Heavy snow. Maya, I was talking to you earlier. We had a couple reports of almost 15 inches of snow north of Indian River. And then around the Petoskey area, at least a foot or so since this morning. At least that's what a couple of viewers have written in. As far as what this will look like going forward, so there's the lake effect snow now. The UP, way up near Lake Superior, and then that band of snow where we just showed you there, Emmett, Sheboygan, Charlevoix counties. That'll taper off later tonight. You kind of see that by tomorrow morning. Heavy snow still up in parts of Luce County, western Chippewa. And then the wind is going to shift more out of the north or northeast. And then look what that does. It pushes the snow like this. So this is what it'll look like tomorrow night, kind of moving out of the Straits area, the tip of the mitt. So, Traverse City, Frankfort, you might get some snow tomorrow night, maybe around Alpena. And then that'll kind of push along the lakeshore then into Friday morning. So additional snow kind of looks like this. By the way, that area way, way north of Newberry, I don't think Newberry you're going to get a whole lot itself, but look at that. You see that 12, 18 inches of snow there, way, way up in Luce County. Some heavier snow. Now, it's been a mild winter so far. We've had a cold week, a lot of snow, but there's a thaw on the way. We're going to go from probably single digits Friday, teens Saturday, 20 Sunday, 30s Monday, and close to 40 by the end of the week. And one more little niblet here of info. If you look at the longer range forecast, I'm pulling it up here. Just bear with me. The computer, there we go. There's lake effect snow. Watch next week. So the purples, that's the cold. That moves on. We get a bit of a thaw next week. It'll be windy Sunday. And then look at this, Maya. Next week, that's rain. Maybe coming in.
And then what is the pinkish stuff?
That's like a mix. That would be like sleet, rain, snow mix. Right. So that
could be messy.
Yeah. So, we're going to go from this to rain, which is kind of weird to be blunt with you, kind of weird to get in January. Some of that rain. So that's kind of the forecast, what we're looking at going forward here. Lake effect snow next few days, especially in the Straits, as we just showed you tonight through tomorrow. And then as we move on here, the chance, Maya, for a big warm up next week.
It's just hard to imagine at this point that we could see rain next week because of how cold it's been the past few days.
Oh, I know. I'm looking again at that Petoskey weather camera, the radar showing all the snow coming in, and it's just a lot different, from what we're seeing this week.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, though. It's much more common to get snow than it is rain in January. This is more, what we're getting this week is much more, normal than 40s and rain. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Want to say hi to Paul. He's watching. By the way, Paul, I'll be watching from Texas next week.
Wow.
Oh, wish I could go with you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I have a friend who is a reporter down in Midland, Texas, and they're also dealing with a bit of cold weather, but she posted on social media. She's like, don't worry, guys, on Thursday, it'll be 71 degrees. So they just have to get through a few days and they'll be in the 70s again.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a good point, Maya, because we get the cold and it stays around.
Yep.
I saw, I'm a big Packers fan. They played in Dallas against the Cowboys the other day. And it was outside the stadium. It's enclosed, but it was 15 degrees. Even I didn't realize how far I was just watching the game as a fan. But yeah, some cold. But you're right. Then it's like 70 a few days later.
Yep.
So
yeah, not up here in Michigan. But you know what? Speaking of football, it's a good thing that Ford Field is enclosed because last week's game and this Sunday's game would have been rough if that was an open stadium. So
for sure.
Very thankful.
Yeah, and this Sunday, I don't think there's any big, let me look, Maya, just if we got Lions fans here, maybe heading to the game. Let's take a look at that. So we'll run out to Sunday down around. There is this, by the way, just a quick little point of note. Thursday night into Friday, if you're going downstate, you see that into Indiana, Ohio, Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
There is a little storm system passing south of us.
Okay.
So just know there could be a little bit of snow down that way. I'm just pointing that out. And then let's get to Sunday. It is Sunday when they play, right, Maya?
It's Sunday at 3:00. So I do have a feeling that a lot of people may be going down on Saturday. So it might not be a bad idea to start there.
Saturday, a little bit of lake effect snow near the lakeshore areas. I don't see any major travel problems downstate Saturday.
Cool.
And Sunday looks pretty good.
Nice.
Down, up here and down in the Detroit metro area. So I don't see any major issues with travel there. So,
and Beth is wondering how the roads will be next week in the Petoskey Sheboygan area.
Yeah. So Beth, this week, it's been a rough go up that way with the heavy snow the last couple of days. The only thing I would say next week is we're going to get that melting.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be in the 30s, maybe close to 40, even up in Petoskey, the Sheboygan region. So I don't see any major, systems coming in next week, Beth, but the roads could be, you get that freeze thaw at night. Roads could be a bit icy because some of the snow ultimately is going to melt next week with the warmer weather that's on the way in.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike now, we're not expecting any major snow. We do have that chance Wednesday and a Thursday, even in the Petoskey Sheboygan area for a little bit of rain, perhaps. So melting, maybe the road's a little icy because of the melting and then the freezing again.
Right. And then Ree says, hi, watching from Boyne Falls. Hi, Ree. Thanks for
watching. Hi, Ree. That's another area getting some pretty good snow. Right now, actually, I bet, Ree, if you look out your window, it's probably come down at right now.
Yeah.
There. So that's pretty much it, Maya. It's been cold too. Our normal highs, if you're like, well, what is normal? What would be for this time of the year? It's mid to upper 20s is the average. So we've been in the teens. We'll be in the single digits on Friday. But then again, we get that warm up going into next week.
Right.
So, well, I want to thank everybody. Paul, have a safe trip down to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Ree, thanks for tuning in. And Beth, I hope the roads are good next week. I know they haven't been the best the last day or two there up where you're at. So
we will be back.
We'll have another one next week.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. Next Wednesday, we'll be back on here. And if there's any other big weather events between now and then, we'll probably hop on here too, just to update you guys. But yep, thanks so much for joining us tonight. And we will see you all on Up North Live News at 11.
See ya.